It's been the same story all season long. The defense did its job, but the offensive struggles continued. This game, though, wasn't about a win or a loss. It was about honoring those 18 seniors who walked through the tunnel for their final time. After a phenomenal sophomore season, Nick Ward considered going to the NBA. Now, he decided to stay in East Lansing, and that's already paying dividends. He had a monster night tonight, going perfect from the field, but the trick is, he didn't even know it. And Michigan State just couldn't quite get it done against Kansas, but they showed a mental toughness and an energy about them that they can build off of heading into Sunday's home opener against Florida Gulf Coast. From Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, I'm Michael Epps. And quarterback Brian Lewerke lost another one of his wide receivers, and this time it's the big one. Felton Davis with a torn Achilles. He will be out for the rest of the season. And the Spartans will look to bounce back next week as they take on Purdue. When you think about a season opener, especially in college basketball, you think about a warm-up game, a chance to see some game action for the first time. But tonight, this is no warm-up game for Michigan State. They're getting ready to take on top-ranked Kansas. MSU ranked 10th coming into tonight. It's another installment of the Champions Classic. Michigan State kept this game close for a while, but in the end, it was just too much Ohio State. The offensive struggles continue for the Spartans, and now the question is, who's the starting quarterback? After last year's thrilling last-second victory in East Lansing, Michigan State and Penn State turned out another classic tonight. And at the end of the game, it was Michigan State's most reliable offensive threat that delivered yet again. 1,000 students attend Olivet College. 2/3 of them are athletes.
Oh yeah, I'm so red, yep.
At first glance, 3 of them might look like they don't belong. Oops. But they most certainly do.
He loves it, yes. Yeah, he's just one of the guys. There's a height difference, obviously.
All 3 linked together by challenges. Not in sports, but in life. Aiden and Leanna and Vincent battle cancer, too.
She is actually still on chemotherapy, so it's still present. It probably will never be gone, but it is stable right now.
Team Impact is an organization that takes children struggling with life-threatening illnesses and pairs them with college sports teams.
Being part of the team, I think for him was like, wow, like, really? Like, I get to do that?
They get their own signing day, just like the players.
Oh, she loved it. She loved the camera being there, and she thought she was famous.
And for Aiden, he joined more than just the sports team.
It's kind of like playing with nicer kids with me, because every boy at my school is mean to me.
Why is that?
I don't know.
He's been having a lot of bullying issues at school right now, and it meant a lot to him. When he came home from school the other day having a bullying issue, he immediately wanted to video chat them.
They don't make fun of my clothing. They don't say mean words to me. They're like better of a friend.
They may know a lot about sports, but this is an opportunity to learn more about life.
Because he's been around a group of guys that really are willing to work hard, and with the hard work rate and having Aiden on the team, I think that's really kind of boosted his morale and our morales, and I just think it's really important that he's here.
Just coming to have a good time.
What could go wrong?
I do love the atmosphere.
Everything was in place for Michigan State.
When the MSU's name came up, I raised up right off the couch in total jubilation.
It started with some unfinished business.
We bought these tickets last April. When Miles Bridges said he's coming back, I said we're buying tickets because I bet they send us to Detroit.
All they had to do was win, like they did 29 other times this season.
I think we should win.
In fact, win at home.
All the way here, we saw people in MSU gear. It was super cool.
Well, as close to home as they could get in the tournament.
I know for the team, it's got to be great to know that they're here at home and they're going to have tons of supporters.
It was a party in their own backyard.
I taught class this morning and we got in the car and here we are.
Trey Rogers teaches at MSU and usually travels to the Big Ten tournament.
We didn't go this year because we spent our money on this, with the hopes that we'd go to Detroit.
It's unfinished business for fans, too.
And when you can be a home crowd, they just love it. Coach Izzo, if there's anybody who knows the NCAA tournament, it's him.
The alumni's pep rally in downtown Detroit kicked things off.
Go Green!
Even interim president John Engler took the hour-and-a-half drive.
Just walked in the door. We had a busy day on campus.
What could go wrong?
Time is running out. Winston, a three, no good! The madness is real! The Orange crushed the Spartans' tournament hopes.
probably the saddest I've ever been in my life.
A second-round loss seemed unthinkable, especially in front of their home fans.
I'm sad I couldn't do it, but life goes on. And, yeah, I don't know, just life goes on.
So what could go wrong?
I don't know how the ride home is going to be.
In a Spartan's eyes,
March Sadness.
everything. In Detroit, I'm Michael Epps, Focal Point News. Mark Hollis.
Don't you think it's me?
30 Big Ten championships as Michigan State's athletic director.
I think we've got the best AD in the country here.
But after 10 years,
today I'm announcing my retirement.
Gone in the wake of the Larry Nassar scandal.
My heart breaks thinking about the incomprehensible pain all of them and their families have experienced.
Nassar's sentencing last Wednesday sent a shockwave through campus.
I've just signed your death warrant.
A wave that continued that night when Luana K. Simon stepped down as president.
I definitely expected Luana K. Simon to resign. I will say Mark Hollis's resignation caught me by surprise.
I want to be clear that I was not asked to retire. I don't believe I was pressured in any way to retire.
Regarded as one of the more innovative minds in college basketball, Hollis organized this game played on an aircraft carrier in 2011. He was also a big piece in creating the Phil Knight PK80 tournament this past year. But with his tenure coming to an end, fans had mixed reactions on his departure.
It's kind of challenging, kind of disheartening to see what's going on, but I just want to kind of wait for everything to play out.
Yeah, it might have been good to stay and kind of say some things if he was going to resign, maybe take more of the blame with him.
Just hours after Hollis resigned, ESPN published a report outlining a potential mishandling of sexual assault allegations within the MSU football and basketball programs.
I feel good with every decision I made at the time I made it based on the information that I had available to me.
Head football coach Mark D'Antonio and men's basketball head coach Tom Izzo spoke that night in response.
Any accusations of my handling of any complaints of sexual assault individually are completely false.
We will cooperate with any investigation going forward, as we have always done. And that's about all I have to say about it.
And fans have now questioned why Hollis left without supporting his coaches.
Now people are trying to look at D'Antonio and Izzo as scapegoats where they may be held accountable if the evidence arises. But until that happens, it would have been good, I think, for Mark Hollis to really stay and take blame for actions.
In East Lansing, I'm Michael Epps, Focal Point News.